Coming up next is our Youth Hornet main event for 20 laps. But before that, we want to remind you that they are brought to you by the IBEW Local 191 and the National Electrical Contractors Association, powering communities by keeping the lights on and your family safe. Let's bring you the lineups on the pole with an in-car camera. This ought to be pretty cool. The 163 of Annika Duncan. Outside of Annika in the 19 is Scarlett Fisher. Owen Craig will start on the inside second row. Outside of Owen in car number 72 will be Keegan Krieger. Brooklyn Bender in the 18 car. And the 14 outside third row is Garrett Kramer.
In row 4, the 18X, Parker Hadlock. Outside, you'll see the 20 car of Riley Riddell, and bringing up the field in the 21 car, Haley Constance. So good 20-lap main event for our Youth Hornets. They're 14, 15, maybe, depending on where their birth date. That's as old as they can be. These kids do not have driver's license, don't have permits, and here they are out driving race cars at Evergreen Speedway.
And boy, Haley Constance has owned this division all season long. She is really, really good at what she does and races not only in the Youth Hornet division here at Evergreen Speedway, has done some junior late model racing over at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval and won a couple of shows there. And just we're not going to have this gal around for a long time, I don't think. She's really going to go and do some pretty special stuff. So keep an eye on her while we can. Haley Constance, you can just see her in the bottom of your screen there on that shot. Look at this, 3 wide going on to turn number 4 as we go back on our 5th mile flat track for 1 lap away, 19 to go for our Youth Hornets. You can see Brooklyn Bender lighting up the right rear on that thing as she came out. Got a little bit wide, and that kind of hurt her a little bit, but a lot of race to go as we are watching Annika Duncan in the 163 lead lap number 1 and 2.
You're right, and what we're going to find here is a lot of second, third generation drivers,
right.
Whether you're talking about Haley Constance, Brooklyn Bender, Riley Riddell, Keegan Krieger. These are people that mom, dad, grandpa, whatever, have raced here at Evergreen Speedway for years, so it's only logical that they're going to come out and do it. And you imagine at 11, 12 years old, driving a race car. That's pretty cool for them.
It really is. As we see a caution come out as the 14 car of Garrett Kramer has stalled. Looks like that's Garrett. There he is right there. Center stage for on the 5th mile flat track. And again, thanks to IBEW, they've been around this joint for several years now, and the National Electrical Contractors Association for bringing you this segment. And so glad you guys are really supporting this Home Track Heroes.
You know, Steve, the Speedway Chevrolet Pro late models are coming back next week. We've talked about the youth in that division. I've heard a rumor that there is a veteran who's been out of the seat for a couple years but won a lot of races here at Evergreen Speedway. Maybe back next week to put an end to this youth movement.
Can I have a hint?
No.
Come on.
Well, you know his son, too. His son's won a bunch of races, too. So
okay.
We'll just see. This just a rumor.
Just write the number down on that piece of paper right there for
right there, you know.
Because I won't be able to sleep.
Maybe that number.
Oh, look at that.
Or that number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I've heard of those,
some
too.
great in-car footage right here of, as you can see, Annika Duncan. To her right, you can see the switches that she has. The gauges that, well, wait a minute, that the speedometer's still working, I think.
Yeah,
I can
look
see
at
that thing, huh?
I'm impressed with how smooth she is and how she's not just working the dickens out of that steering wheel. You can see there's just really a clean interior on that. And this is part of, what these people need to do. There's plenty of protection. You don't think there's not a parent out there who's going to want as much protection inside those cars as they can possibly get as we are working lap number 6-5 in the books. And Annika Duncan still having a nice time out there. And followed by Parker Hadlock and Scarlett Fisher in the number 19 car.
Well, I think sometimes, especially in this youth division, the females, they do a better job. I know in go-kart racing, a lot of times you'll see young girls outperforming the boys because they have that nice touch, that nice style to them. Boys, they just think they're going to bulldog their way through there, and they're getting beat. But you watch Annika, man, as you said, her hands are pretty still, not a lot of quick movement, and she just continues to run out front.
Well, it doesn't look like she's having to chase the car all over the track. It stays where she needs it to go and where she wants it to go.
Just, it's called maturity.
Yeah, that helps too.
I didn't have any of that.
I didn't either, but knowing what you want, knowing what you need to have out of that car, as we see, and working it into lap number 1. Nice shot of the 21 car of Haley Constance as she's making her way through the field, getting back up into the spot where she has been performing brilliantly all season long.
If you have a son or a daughter and you'd like to maybe get them into racing, this is a great class for them to start out. Not doing any commercials here, but if you go over and see Brooklyn Bender's dad, John Bender, he has built a number of these cars, and John knows what he's doing, and it could help you out. Riley Riddell, that family, been around Evergreen Speedway forever. They will help you get started, make sure they get you in a good piece of equipment, and help you walk through the process, because when the doors open at that back gate and the cars rush in, sometimes it's a little overwhelming no matter how many years you've been around a racetrack. But you talk to some of those people, they will help you. The people here at Evergreen Speedway, the staff, can hook you up with those people. Get your son or daughter, as I said, out here, 11, 12, 13 years old. They'll be a lot better driver on the street because of what they do here at the Speedway.
We find Annika Duncan back in the 3rd spot now as Parker Hadlock has taken over the lead on lap number 13. We've got 14 down. Haley Constance making her way through the field as we expect Haley Constance to do. And we'll be expecting a pretty cool battle coming up in the remaining 5 laps as they are working 20 of those laps for their main event in the Youth Hornet. It's good to have these guys back out here because it's so cool, and we're seeing what the effect of the kids that drive these cars as they're starting to move up, and as we have talked about all season long, Tom, the generations of families. You just brought up the big surprise that we're going to hopefully see coming up next week in our Pro Late Model division to kind of calm down the youth movement, but they're here and they are making some noise, and they're going to be some pretty cool championships coming up in the future.
Yeah, and those kids, even in the Pro Late Model, they're going to get nothing but better, and they'll get smarter about picking up some sponsors. That money will be put in the right places. Their driving talent will do nothing but grow, and they're going to be tough over the next years. And it's kind of cool to see that youth movement. I know sometimes they're probably going to make some mistakes along the way. I happened to talk to a driver who's run here for a number of years, and he goes, I'm not too sure about some of those drivers. And I said, dude, I remember when you started. And he went, okay, you're right. But,
look at that. White flag out. A nice
I couldn't
save.
have done that when I was 13.
Nice job by Parker Hadlock, and even a great job, too, by Haley Constance for backing out and letting Parker collect that car up. And Haley may have given away a win, but she did the right thing there, and many props, huge props to Haley Constance for that move right there. That was pretty cool. All right, we're going to bring him up to our Angel of the Winds winner circle, and what we're going to do is something a little bit different. We're also going to interview the top 3 from our Youth B main earlier today.
Taylor Block, 3rd place in our Hornet Youth B main tonight. How was that race out there for you?
Pretty fun.
And how old are you?
14.
What's it like being out here before having a driver's license?
Pretty cool.
Who you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank my dad, Superior Welding, J2 Racing, and White Wall Brewery, and my mom and my dad.
All right, congratulations, Youth Hornet, 3rd place tonight. Ashley Rasmussen in the Youth Hornet B main tonight, 2nd place. How was that race out there for you tonight?
The race was pretty fun. Took a lot of energy out of me.
And who you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank my friends, my family, anybody that worked on the car. There's this guy named Beaners who's always around. We call him the Pope.
All right, Ashley Rasmussen, 2nd place in the Youth Hornet B main. Dylan Frazier, car number 47, 1st place in Hornet B main tonight. How you feel about that race out there?
It was fun.
How are those conditions in the sun going into the shade?
It was cooler.
And anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Gearhead Garage, Alpine Coachwork, Handy in the Valley, and Fairway Mortgage.
All right, Dylan Frazier, congratulations, Hornet B main, first place. All right, Annika Duncan in the 163 car tonight, your National Youth Hornet, third place. How's that feel?
Very surprising. I mean, I've never done that before. So, I mean, it's a little nerve-wracking. I did not expect this.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Who you want to thank for getting the 163 car up tonight?
Mainly my family. I mean, my dad and my sister for sure, and just everybody has helped with the car for sure.
All right, Annika Duncan, congratulations, third place tonight. All right, standing here with Haley Constance, your Youth Hornet A main National, second place. How's that feel tonight?
It feels really good. It was a big field tonight. We had a B main, so I'm just glad that I was able to get podium tonight.
And how were you able to navigate through all that traffic starting in the back?
I have a lot of experience with racing, so it's easier for me to get through traffic, and I think we had a little incident in the middle of the race, so we got put back a little bit, but I'm just glad we were able to get second tonight.
All right, who you want to thank tonight?
The whole JBR crew, my family, congrats to Parker for getting first, and all my supporters, my social media pit crew, and that's it.
All right, Haley Constance, second place in your Youth Hornets tonight. Parker Hadlock in the 18X tonight, congratulations on your Youth Hornet National Championship. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good. 2 weeks ago I got second, and that was the first time, so I came back with a little bit more experience. Felt pretty good.
How are you now able to navigate that field tonight?
Same with Haley. I got a lot of racing experience. I race up in Deming, so you mess with a lot of fast cars.
And anybody you want to shout out tonight?
I want to thank the whole JVR racing crew and my dad for letting me do it.